Good morning. This is my first video, but I'm going to try to show you how easy it is to switch out an awning motor on a Coleman Dutchman 1805 RB. This is a 2022. Unfortunately, the Dometic motor failed as I was putting out the awning a few weeks ago. About halfway down, the awning decided to drop all the way out. The motor still turns, but as I've looked up on the internet, the internal plastic gear in this motor has a tendency to fail. So I ordered a motor, which is very difficult to find, and I finally got it in. So I had to come all the way from Washington, and I'm in Texas. So the new motors come in. On the RV I have a black cap, but the new one came with a white cap because the black cap was even harder to find and more expensive just for a color of a cap. And so it comes with the rivets, the cap, and the motor. Many of you know that the Dometic awnings have a history of motor failure. And so today I'm going to be replacing the motor on my awning. And so here is the motor. Unfortunately, it was difficult to find a motor with a black cap, so I have the white cap, but I plan on attempting to utilize the old cap that was on it. This is my first video, and so forgive me if it's not that good. I don't plan on filming the entire process, but allowing you to know what the process was like. I know there's not a lot of videos out there replacing these, and so I'm going to do the best I can. As always with awnings, you need to be careful. This awning is not spring-loaded, but it does have shocks, so as long as you stabilize it in the up position, you should be able to switch out this motor with relative ease. I have a drill, a rivet gun, and a few other tools to help me, and I've already stabilized the awning using tie straps. Okay, here's everything you're going to need for the job. You're going to need a drill to drill out the old rivets, a 3/8 socket to take out the one screw that holds the motor in, the rivet gun. I recommend a heavy-duty rivet gun, the motor, the cap. Now I used the old cap because my cap was black and it came with a white cap, and 3 rivets. And you will need some type of either a strap, and I used a bungee cord strap to hold mine in place while I remove the motor and put the new motor in. Again, this awning is not spring loaded, so to speak, as some awnings, but it does have a shock absorber on each of the arms. So you want to make sure that you do have a strap, especially on the far away arm, and then use the bungee cord for the near arm so you can take it on and off to be able to work with the motor. The first thing, after you get a couple of ladders up, you can do this on your own. This awning, as all awnings, you need to be careful with, but this one is not spring loaded. Instead, it has some shocks in it. So the first thing you have to do is remove this screw here on the motor, and then you have to drill out 3 rivets, which I've screwed out. Then you're simply able to remove the awning. You need to make sure that you have something that can hold it up while you pull out the motor, unplug it, and put in the new motor. Alright, I'm going to start with the removal of the old motor. You can see here there's a 3/8 screw that needs to be removed. And then up here, I will have to drill out the rivets. Okay, so I was able to again drill out the rivets and remove the one screw. Then I did have to have a bungee cord that I was able to strap here so that the arm would not come out and extend, because there is a shock type of lever that pushes the arm out. So I utilize this one little bungee cord, which allows me to disconnect it, pull it out so I can put in the motor, and then put it back in and connect it to the awning. Alright, so got the new motor in place. It slid right in. I was able then to plug in the wiring, which is simple. You can't make a mistake there. Put the screw in with the 3 rivets. I will tell you that those rivets are pretty strong, so you want to make sure that you have the cap lined up correctly. Get your 3 rivets in, and then everything is hooked up. I just got to put the caps back on, and then it should be ready to work. And take it out to a level spot and see how the awning works.